Who do you trust the most? If you're anything like me, you probably believe your way is the best way. Welcome to the Sixth Sunday in Ordinary Time. This weekend's first reading comes from the prophet Jeremiah, who addresses a nation unwilling to trust. They believe they have all the answers to their problems, but they're not open to the idea that they might be wrong. Their vision is clouded by pride, preventing them from seeing clearly, and they're completely unaware of how desperately they need the light. Danger is looming at their doorstep. The Babylonians are coming to destroy them. From the time of Abraham and Moses, the Israelites struggled with trust. In moments of hardship, they repeatedly turned to false gods and foreign nations for help, ignoring God's guidance, which came through the prophets like Jeremiah. Despite God's mercy trying to lead them to a better path, they stubbornly refused to listen. I can relate to them. We often rush forward with our own ideas, convinced we're right, only to find ourselves putting our foot in our mouth and stepping on some toes along the way. It's never an easy place to be, having to fix those mistakes. A few weeks ago, we heard Jesus' first sermon where he talked about giving sight to the blind and setting captives free. The truth is, we don't always see when we're on the wrong path until God shines a light on it. The prophet in our lives might not always be a figure like Jeremiah. It could be a spouse, a friend, or even a co-worker telling us to rethink a path we're on. Jeremiah underscores the self-inflicted harm that comes from placing too much trust in the wrong things, including ourselves. While self-reliance and confidence in our abilities are important, we also need balance. And Scripture teaches that relying entirely on our own resources is misguided. As Jeremiah reminds us, blessed is he who trusts in the Lord, whose hope is the Lord. The responsorial psalm echoes this message. In the Gospel of Luke, we hear the beginning of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, where he shares the Beatitudes. Jesus emphasizes humility and spiritual poverty for a reason. Our lives are a whole lot better when we approach it with understanding that we don't have all the answers. The reason why pride is so lethal is it shuts us off from hearing even the voice of God himself. Who do you trust? This weekend, the church asks us to reflect on that. My name is Rick Annunziata, and thank you for watching the 2-Minute Gospel.